decade saw the explosion of grunge, and the use of quiet and loud musical dynamics hit the mainstream. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 alternative bands of the 1990s. For this list, we've chosen influential artists who helped define the alternative sound and genre in the 1990s.
Black hole sun, won't you come?
Who were commercially successful and whose music stood the test of time.
Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way.
If you don't see a band you think should be on the list, be sure to check out our video of the top 10 grunge bands. This is part of a series of videos spanning the decades of alternative rock music from the 1970s to the 2000s, which includes our lists of the top 10 alternative bands of the 1980s, 1990s, and 2000s, as well as the top 10 punk bands and the top 10 grunge bands. Number 10, Weezer. With influences like Nirvana, the Pixies, Sonic Youth, and more, is it any wonder Weezer lands here? While they're also known to add elements of emo, power pop, and indie rock to their music. This band from LA has carved out their own spot in alt-rock. Their clever lyrics and imaginative music videos have helped them sell almost 20 million albums around the world. And become an influence to other artists as well. Number 9, Beck.
Something's wrong, 'cause my mind is fading. And everywhere I look, there's a dead end waiting.
While he obviously fits within alternative rock in general, Beck stood out for his willingness to experiment and his creative use of effects, styles, and samples. Loser helped him go from an indie artist to a major label one. And paved the way for his fifth record to become a Billboard 200 Top 20 entry.
Where's that? I got two turntables and a microphone.
Though Beck continues to make diverse music today, the 90s really saw him shine, become a critic's darling, and showcase his multiple musical talents. Number 8, Foo Fighters.
What have we done with innocence?
With Nirvana drummer Dave Grohl taking the helm of this project after Kurt Cobain took his own life, it's no surprise the Foo Fighters attracted attention early on.
Well, I talked about it, carried on, reasons only knew.
While it started off as a solo project, Grohl eventually recruited other members to bring the music to life.
Everything could ever be this man forever. If anything could ever be this good again.
And boy, did they ever.
The only thing I'll ever ask of you, you gotta promise not to stop when I say when.
Along with their musical passion, Grohl's songwriting, and the band's various instrumental abilities,
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes.
the Foo solidified their place in alternative rock back then and for today. Number 7, Green Day. With their punk rock roots, it's not surprising they started off as an indie underground band. But it was in 1994 when their breakthrough effort Dookie finally earned them mass appeal.
It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just up?
Several more successful albums followed.
Welcome to paradise.
And opened the door for the band to expand their sound in the new millennium with American Idiot,
I don't care if you don't, I don't care if you don't.
21st Century Breakdown, and more.
Warning, live without warning.
Number 6, Rage Against the Machine.
Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses.
What do you get when you mix heavy metal and rap with some politically charged lyrics? If it's the 90s and you're in the United States, then it's Rage Against the Machine. In less than 10 years, and with just 3 albums, Rage topped album charts, earned critics' respect, and made millions of fans.
Nobody's fooling nobody as to where it goes. Sitting down here in the campfire life, waiting on the ghost of Tom Joad.
Thanks to their unique sound and strong message, they're considered a significant musical act and one of the heavier examples of alternative rock. Number 5, Oasis.
How many special people change? How many lives are living strange? Where were you while we were getting high?
Oasis made history when their independently released Definitely Maybe became the fastest-selling debut in the UK.
Baby, you're the same as me. We see things I'll never see. You and I are gonna live forever.
While it also helped the English band find American success.
Cause maybe you're gonna be the one that's...
It was the sounds of the alt-rock subgenre known as Britpop from their sophomore effort that really transformed them into international superstars.
You're my Wonderwall.
Though the Gallagher brothers' fighting eventually broke up the band, there's no denying Oasis was instrumental in bringing British alt-rock into the mainstream. Number 4, 9 Inch Nails. Also described as industrial, dark, and ambient. The music of 9 Inch Nails is the mastermind of producer, singer-songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist Trent Reznor. After making a name for himself on the underground scene, Reznor's dark lyrics and electronic style earned him critical, commercial, and chart success. The Downward Spiral is considered one of the 90s most significant records. And 9 Inch Nails continues to set the bar with its musical experimentation and visually stunning live performances. Number 3, Smashing Pumpkins. Focusing on the guitar as their main instrument, the Smashing Pumpkins embraced the alternative rock scene and gave us some of the decade's most memorable tunes in the genre. incorporating dream pop and heavy metal. Their second effort is considered a seminal work that paved the way for their chart-topping Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. Led by Billy Corgan, whose expressive vocals and emotional lyrics made the band what they are today.
Shakedown 1979.
The Pumpkins have truly left a long-lasting mark on alternative rock. Number 2, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Where I go, I just don't know. I gotta take it slow.
Though they integrate funk, hard rock, and psychedelic rock into their sound, there's no question that the Chili Peppers belong in alternative rock.
Goodness me, can't you see I'm gonna go fit? Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
After several years taking the indie route, they hit it big in the early 90s with Blood Sugar Sex Magic. The music world soon took a liking to the band's fusion of styles and allowed them to evolve and find massive success with 1999's Californication. And they're still going strong. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Loving is what I got. I said, remember that.
Wish I was special. You're so very.
Number 1, Radiohead.
But I'm a creep.
Releasing Pablo Honey
I'm a widow.
and the Bends during the explosion of alternative rock.
You do it to yourself. You do. That's why
Radiohead found early popularity with their first 2 albums. But they proved they weren't a one-note band when the latter half of the decade produced the more complex sound and abstract themes of OK Computer. This paved the way for the Brits to branch out to other genres and achieve international critical and commercial success. Today, Radiohead continues to be one of the most highly regarded musical acts for their consistently original and innovative music.
This is what you'll get when you mess with love.
Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite alternative rock act of the 1990s? For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.